Hello! Recently I went to JZone 7. It's a small con in Estonia and I have never been to a con before, so I decided to go. On day 1 I went with my friends and I couldn't record anything because there was so much people. On day 2 the crowds were a lot lighter. Since this was my first con and due to some of my own things, I am not prepared to exist in a crowded place, but I never been to a con, so I decided to go anyway. And yeah, basically this is how crack addiction should start. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the main thing that I wanted to see at the con, the artist alley specifically, because I wanted to see what other types of things are things people make, because I like to make stuff sometimes. And while you have not exactly seen many of these yet, I hope you will be able to see them more in the future, but I wanted to see what other people make, you know, just to see what they can come up with, ideas. Also to spend some money. And the artist alley was pretty big. And on the first day, it was absolutely packed. On the second day, it was a little tougher to move around, but not impossible. So here's just a compilation of the artists that caught my eye. If you wish to see the full artist alley that I was able to record, there is a secret little video in the description. If you want to see everything, just go there. Okay, the other big attraction for me at this JZone was the gaming zone. And there is a little bit of a reason for that. But in order to get the gaming zone, you had to go through this really weird makeshift looking hallway. I don't know why it was this, but considering the floor was literally pavement, I'm guessing this was just to bridge the two buildings together without people getting lost in between. Yep, the gaming zone had an indie section where they would accept submissions for indie games to be displayed. So I submitted my game, and it's here alongside all these other fantastic indie games. The gaming zone wasn't just this though. They actually had they even had like a retro LAN set up. They were also running some other tournaments on the side, but I didn't take interest in that. Across from the computer games, on the other side of the room, under the windows, there was also the board game zone. There were also some vendors of various merchandise, like non-artist vendors, and for some reason the food court wasn't really a court at all. It partially split a room with the Kahoot hall, and then some of it was out in the main hall. It was really weird. I don't know why they did it like that. When it comes to like other merchandise, there were like K-pop stuff, anime figurines, jewelry, and even part of the artist alley was entirely elsewhere. I don't know why. It was just weird. I sadly don't have footage of that room. I also noticed that some of the artists were actually just out in the main hall, which the main hall was weird in general. Like, it would have like merch vendors, it would have artists, it would have part of the food court. It was a mess. Anyway, when it comes to the merch vendors, I think there was also figurines, there was also t-shirts, there was like farm posters, keychains, all sorts of stuff. Okay, among the vendors, Oyakata was also there with their noodle wheel spin thing. When you were following their TikTok and were reposting their video, you were able to spin the wheel once, and you could get like a free noodle box thing, yes. But because this was day 2 and they had too many of them left, they were actually giving out more than one per person. They basically allowed you to take as many as you could carry. Yes. Okay, what convention wouldn't be complete without cosplay? And I went to this cosplay masquerade thing, but there were like all sorts of other showcases as well. Some were like more of these elaborate storyteller type of things, and there were also like K-pop demonstrations and shorts video contests and even karaoke downstairs, but we'll get to that part later. But the thing I wanted to go for was the masquerade because A, that mostly K-pop stuff was on the first day, and B, I wasn't able to be on time for the like more elaborate stuff, sadly. But still, the masquerade was the one thing I wanted to see, again because of like to see like cosplays. Yes. But the organization was absolutely terrible. There was like the biggest hall, which they basically reserved for like the different demonstrations and the shows and the more headline things. But the organization was kind of terrible in that the audience was basically surrounded by so many people that wanted to show off their cosplay for like 3 seconds. However, it was still pretty nice. Afterwards, and during the second day, I went around and took some pictures of the cosplayers and characters I liked as well. You're gonna see those later, but now I guess I'm gonna show you a compilation of the masquerade things that I liked. By the way, JZone also has their own official YouTube channel where you can see this in its entirety. You don't have to see my bad camera work. Yes.
Number 12, it's Walter as Flint from Genshin Impact. Number 13, it's Arizona as the Herta from Honkai Star Rail. As Kagamina Rin from Vocaloid. Number 69 is Ritsu as Hornet from Hollow Knight. Number 75, it's Shrimp as Wilford Warstash from Wilford Mother Loving Warstash. Number 80, it's Libakaru as Wakiziet from Koruru Observer. Number 92 is Monocopy for Celestia Londenberg from Danganronpa. Number 95, it's DDLC as Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club. Number 106, it's Paulina and Adele as Tanjiro Nesco from Demon Slayer. 117, it's Inksy Cat as Ink Sturmley from the Furry Fandom. Number 120, it's Dagmar as Hatsune Miku from Vocaloid. (121), it's Dice the Wise and Schradier as Junko Enoshima and Nagito Komaeda from Danganronpa. 127, it's Graf as Alucard from Helsing. Number 136, it's Senna as Bubble from Amazing Digital Circus. Number 144, it's Aspen as Hatsune Miku from Vocaloid. Number 150, it's Visakina's Cosplay as Star Wars from Star Wars.
I also got some pictures from some of the ones that I liked at the masquerade, either before it or after it. Here's a quick compilation of them as well. Okay, she's not a cosplayer, but I really like her outfit. So her picture is in here as well. Okay, so since I have really nowhere else to put it, I'm just gonna smash the two together. Karaoke and drama. But while I'm just gonna keep talking, I think I'm gonna let Buzz Lightyear in the background take over for the background music for now. Even though this was my first con, the content algorithms are really good. On TikTok I got like different viewpoints on what other people who typically do attend cons think about it. And I do have to agree with some sentiments that I wish to bring up. Venue is small. The first day was anxiety-inducing to say the least. Still fun, but too many people. The place that they held this at, Energiakeskus, is they've held it there before. Energiakeskus is incredibly small. Yes, there are a lot of rooms, and the main hall is pretty good for like events like the cosplay masquerade that you saw in this very video. But I don't like how cramped it is on the inside in any of the other areas. It's also very disjointed. Like, none of the rooms are... They don't feel like they are a venue. If you get what I mean. It's technically a decommissioned power plant. And that's clearly visible in the artist alley videos. It basically looks very grungy. Which is, I don't know, fine for a certain type of event, but... How do you put this? I wish there was a better place for a con like this. From what the other people on social media said, the other places are either too large for an event of this scale, or they are too expensive. So sadly this is what I guess they had to settle with. I didn't notice it personally, but apparently the invalid toilets were also being used as video spots. I did see stairwells being used as videoing TikToks and shit. But I didn't go into the handicap bathroom, so I don't know what goes on in there, 'cause I don't need it. But the other thing that I did notice was that one stupid motherfucker cosplaying as Epstein. Like, bitch, get the fuck out. That's not cool. But anyway, there are things that I agree with that were not good. I'll leave it at that. But overall, this was actually a pretty fun first experience. So yes, I like. If it comes back in the autumn as its Pumpkin Fest edition, I will definitely go. But now, the best part. Loot. Okay, my setup is scuffed, my voice is fucked, and ignore any type of bullshit that you may see on this side. But this is what I got on the con. First I got some cheap posters. Well, I say cheap, but they were technically overpriced, but still cheap. I got this one. Then I got this one. And then I got this one. You can't look at them too closely, the JPEG artifacts are noticeable. And then I also got this one. Teeth. These were some of the better ones in terms of like quality and without too much stuff going on. But there were some horribly blown up ones as well. So that's why I called these cheap posters. It's just prints of like images. But yeah, I wanted these. But then I also got some actual artist stuff. So let's see some. First I got some Anka stickers. These are like, the artist like actually drew this and then printed out copies of them. If you look at closely, you might also notice that these are cut out by hand. I don't, there are like sticker cutting machines, but I don't think she has them. But yeah, I like Anka, and she had like one of the two stickers of Anka, and like this was the only one that I liked, so I got two with him. Yes. Then I also got my favorite monster, and then my favorite monster. Well,
almost my favorite monster. The Millie sticker from the Hello Boss. If you're wondering what my favorite monster flavor is, it is Lewis Hamilton. I have tried white, but it's Then I also got this Kamimi keychain. It is a Kamimi banana. Yeah, it still has some of the plastic on it, but it's starting to come off. I should really remove it. Then I also got some Mau Mau stickers. Yes. Isapate cricket. I know I accidentally crumpled the shit because I didn't bring anything straight to put it between. I will know next time better. And then I got this pin. It is Boba Cat. It is also green. I think it is matcha flavor. Yes, 2 out of 4. Anabeo. Check it out. And then I also kept the con like ribbon thing. I didn't cut it because it's actually cloth and it my first con to go to. Yes, so I keep. Oyakata was also there with their own noodle stand, and they had this like a spinning game where you show that you are on TikTok and whatever, and then spin to get the noodle. But because it was second day when I got all of this stuff, they had too many left over, so I got some of them. Some. I took some for my friend as well, but yeah. These are like almost €2 in the store, so yay, free money. Anyway, this is all I got from the con. This is also not sponsored by Oyakata or whatever. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got this sticker, not from a vendor, but from a squeaky one. They had this like cosplay masquerade thing, and they were like in the line. I was in the crowd, and I was like fluffy, and then there was like the pause, and there was like I thought I heard squeaking, so I'm like, did you squeak? And then I reached out with hand, but and then made like a squishy thing with my hand, and then they squeak. That was fine. And then I got excited, and then they gave me this sticker. Yes. So I now have this sticker as well.
Okay. I don't have anything else to say, so I'll just say this. For a new experience, it was awesome. But the fucking noise. There was so much noise. Still though, I was able to withstand it, but definitely I will be bringing a headset pair to muffle it out a bit. But yeah, I like this. This was one new experience, and I'm definitely gonna do more cons. Whether I'm gonna make a video about that con is a whole nother thing entirely, because this video making effort, even though I can do it, took too long. I just can't stick to one thing at a time and edit for like 8 hours and be done with the video. This took like a week. Yeah, a week. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you wish to know what any of the songs are that I used, either check at the beginning on the video or go into the description into the attributes section. Same thing for the artists. The artists link themselves are on the screen on the video itself, but they are also named just in case in the description as well. Goodbye.